to another week of the Abusecartoons Livestream. I guess that's where the microphone's going to be this week. So let's see how that goes. So happy Labor Day. I think I'm still at the end of Labor Day in the U.S. So probably most people will see this VOD because there's other things going on. All right. But we'll try our best to get some cartoons done. So for this week, instead of a convenience store visit, I'm having Japanese McDonald's delivered. So you'll get firsthand to see what a samurai mac looks like, the Japanese style. I guess it's kind of like a quarter pounder, like the Japanese equivalent of a quarter pounder. Royale with cheese. That's right, because they have the metric system. So it's a samurai mac. I entertain myself. So we'll see how that goes, and let me know about the sound or anything. I'm still not quite sure about positioning of microphones and all that good stuff. And I'll try to refrain from just only drawing fast food. I do draw a lot of fast food in this cartoon. So I guess it won't be too unusual. So I hope everyone is doing well, wherever you are and however things are going. It just keeps getting stranger and stranger. That Biden speech with the Last Jedi background was pretty amazing. The Emperor, the Emperor's throne room, whatever. Pretty brutal. Just keeps getting stranger. Yeah, I can't believe this is an election year. It's midterm, so it's not so terrible, but I'm sure a lot of people in the U.S. are enduring all kinds of radio and television advertising by candidates. So good luck with that. And now I'm sharing the restream that I'm doing is sharing the same account as the Upturned table stream. So I hope this is working. It seems like the notifications and everything went out. It's just hard to remember now that everything is all mashed together. So I have to re-log in to a lot of things when I set up the stream, which is a little weird because I'll forget. I know I will forget something. But we'll see how that goes. Trying to think of what. Yeah, wrapped up burgers look like. I think I've drawn them before, but I don't remember. Ooh. Yeah, so yeah, weird schedule today, so no chance to go to the convenience store. And I checked the refrigerator. I was going to try to see if there was anything around that would work, but no such luck. Sometimes there's extra snacks around, but not now. I think we've just been too busy getting back to school and everything. Alright, that's a fat straw. I watched the third episode of House of the Dragon. That's much more enjoyable than that horrible Amazon Lord of the Rings thing. They should have started a lot stronger with that Amazon show. But it will be an interesting experiment in controlling opinion, because Amazon's got the money and the they own IMDb and can pay for a lot of things to happen. So it will be interesting to see how much you can control the success of something, or at least the perceived success. some TV streaming project, just by throwing money on it and paying people to take down reviews and pay shill reviewers to say it's genius, it's the best thing ever, and then also just give out numbers, fake, or I don't know how, whatever, just completely out of context, numbers with no context, and say this was a huge opening, this is the most people ever. Okay, so what was the second most? Like, we don't have any sense of how any of the streaming services are doing, because they don't want to share, because it could tank their investors and funding. So it just sits in this mysterious mysterious zone. Yeah, I can't imagine having or investing in Netflix or anything like that with any kind of confidence, because the idea of subscriptions in infinite subscriptions is just crazy. All right, yes, I am I am drawing fast food. Great. But that's what I'm thinking about. So it should be about 30 minutes, they said, on the app. But I have no idea. It could be. They have their own drivers. I don't think they use Uber Eats or like the Japanese equivalent of DoorDash or anything. So you see these little red scooters branded with McDonald with a little kind of little cupboard. Oh, actually, that might be it right now. So hold on just a second. Okay, well, their time estimate was off by 30 minutes, which is good. That's not a bad thing. So I guess let's just do this now, and yeah, then we can draw later. Got lots of time today, so I think we're good. Okay, so let's switch over. There we go. Okay, so that was the Family Mart doorbell, but it is McDonald's. So yeah, pretty standard. So yeah, things were just delivered in little individual bags. So sandwich and fries. Great, I'm eating fast food on a live stream. So yeah, pretty standard. The French fries, they use American potatoes, which was funny because when there was the supply chain difficulty and they couldn't get the actual McDonald's fries, they would only sell the small fry, because when they use Japanese potatoes, they're much shorter. So if they use this big big box, it would look ridiculous. Yeah, so delivered fries are not very fresh. Great. So this is gonna be a lot of chewing. So, oh, unknown girl. Yes. Yeah, I didn't have any. The convenience store's been a little limited recently, and the schedule didn't work out, so I didn't have chance to either last night or today go. So I thought I would show you what the because we don't have the metric, or because we have the metric system here, we don't have quarter pounders. So this is the Japanese equivalent, I guess. Yeah, something similar. So they call this. There we go. So they call this the Samurai Mac. Samurai Mac. So this one is, oh, this is the double, yeah. But basically, you can get one with lettuce. Yeah, fast food looks terrible on camera. Ugh. You can get one with bacon, lettuce, and cheese. This is just a regular double. So it's, the patties are dipped in a sauce. And yeah, so this is just cheese and onions and the sauce. So like kind of like a soy sauce. It's not quite teriyaki, because I do have also a teriyaki burger. So the patties themselves are dipped in a. We'll take this out. So yeah, it just kind of just looks like more like a Big Mac, but the bun is a little different. They have more. There's a club. I forget what it's called, like a Grand Club, which is similar to this with a bunch of veggies on it. But this is just the double samurai, and that's recently what they've been doing. They've been making everything double. So basically, just like a more Japanese style barbecue burger. Pretty good. Oh, sure. Sorry. Yeah, I guess that's. I'm not a fast food streamer, so I don't know. Yeah, so here, so it's just a barbecue sauce and cheese, onions, and then 2 patties each with cheese on them, and yeah, kind of nothing on the bottom. Yeah, so 2 patties with cheese and then barbecue sauce. But the bun is bun is really good. It's not. It's a little more like a hard roll, or like a dinner roll. This is gonna be so disgusting. Then oh, sorry. It's hard. Yeah, hard to talk and do this. Yeah, more like a dinner roll than those usual really soft buns, even like the sesame seed buns. So, but one thing I wanted to check is the history. Oh, I know I'm gonna choke on something here. I think it's been since the 70s. Yeah, I'm just double checking real quick when. Sorry, when it made it. So, the origin of Japanese McDonald's. Oh, 2002. I thought it was, no, 2002, really? There's pictures, though, of old McDonald's. I wonder if it came and went. I guess the management as it's set up now is 2002. Wow, very strange. Yeah, because I know it's become like a teenager kind of hangout, like high school kid hangout place. Oh no, there we go. The original, the very first store was in Ginza in 1971. So I think that was just the corporate history. It was a joint venture between McDonald's in Japan and Fujita Shoten, a manufacturing technology company. Nice. Yeah, so also a supermarket chain then got involved. So at first, it was only going to be open in the office was going to be in the suburbs. Yeah, so yeah, 1971. So yeah, more than 50 years of McDonald's. So already previously in 1970, Dum Dum Burger, which I'm not sure if that's Japanese or not. Dum 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 DOM. It's a little red elephant, and KFC. So KFC was actually first. It was the first original like Western fast food in Japan, 1970, and then 71, and then in 77 they started drive-throughs. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. So it's been around for a while. But I guess the current management changed, or maybe the headquarters. Maybe that was the date for the founding of the building of the headquarters. It would be interesting to look at a survey of the menu as well, because yeah, they have like the McGrand uh, burger, and those I think those things they kept experimenting maybe with the menu, and it probably kept changing. The fish McDipper. Yeah, and they have they wouldn't deliver any of that. That was interesting. So none of the special kind of limited time, seasonal burgers or anything aren't available on the delivery menu. So I'd actually have to go get on a train and go get them if I wanted to, or do it at the office if I wanted to do it on stream. But yeah, right now it's like Hawaiian burgers, so it's hamburgers with like ham on them, or potato, like a hash brown potato, or a fried egg. So it's a bunch of different Hawaiian style burgers. They usually do that. They'll do like New York burgers, and they'll do three varieties. And this time it's Hawaiian burgers, and they do three varieties. Wow, so you can't order chicken nuggets as a side anymore in Japan. Only potato, only French fries or a salad. Oh, and they have a shrimp fillet sandwich here. So if I knew it wasn't going to take so long to deliver, I was worried it was going to take more than 90 minutes. I would have had you guys help me order, or like choose what to get from the menu. But I knew I might end up eating a shrimp burger. But yeah, it's just a little. It's not really ground up. You see the individual shrimp tails, so it's like a shrimp fillet. So a patty they make out of shrimp. So they have two fish burgers then in Japan, like a regular kind of fillet of fish, and then that shrimp burger. Yeah, but it's I guess it's not as cheap as other countries, but it's inexpensive compared to a lot of hamburger places. Most hamburger places you can spend almost $20, and Japan is under 10. Japan's McDonald's is under 10. Then they have specials a lot where there's a drink for just $1, or fries are just $1, no matter what size. So any size drink or any size fries, sometimes they'll have specials. Usually like promotional times, like summers and everything. And the Big Mac is identical. It's the exact same burger. But nothing else. And the cheeseburger is the same as pretty much everywhere else. But everything else, all the other stuff is different. Other sandwiches. Oh wow. Yeah, this set was like 900 yen, so maybe like $7.5 American. So maybe closer, yeah, closer in Australia, maybe over 10. I don't know the conversion. Right now the yen is really weak too. Yeah, very strange. But yeah, there's no smoking in McDonald's, and it's open much longer. Not quite 24 hours. Some of them are pretty because they open for breakfast, so they're open by like 6 a.m. And most things in Japan aren't open until 10. So if you take an early train or a bus or something to Tokyo or something, you have to kill time. McDonald's is usually the only thing open. It'd be really fun to see the history of all their special burgers and things they've ever done. I wonder if there is an archive of that. Yeah, but this burger's really good. It's so like I said, like kind of Japanese barbecue and very savory. But I don't like the bacon that they use here. When they do their own special, it's not crispy, kind of cured bacon. It's more like ham. It's more like Canadian style bacon. So always it's a big fatty, piece of pork that hasn't been, cooked down very much. So yeah, always bacon is a little strange. In Japan, they don't do it very American style. Oh, so the hamburger. So they source the beef from Australia and New Zealand. For a while there, they did, and then, but from July 2021, they resumed using American beef. Oh, interesting. So there was a period. It doesn't say the range of the time, but they used Australian beef for a certain amount of time. Yeah, I wonder if you can tell the difference, especially like this one. They dip the patties in sauce, so it makes its own taste. The one thing they did though to compete with Starbucks is they set up a what they call like a Mac Cafe, and so there's some stores that are a little bit nicer. The decor inside and everything, it's a little bit more like a Starbucks. And they have a pretty extensive coffee menu. They have, a nicer. Their coffee is much better now. Their roast coffee, and then they do lattes and iced coffees and iced lattes, and a little bit expanded dessert menu. So I think that was a move. Both the convenience stores and McDonald's, as soon as Starbucks really started to become popular, they tried to undercut them in price, and everybody improved their coffee because convenience store coffee was usually pretty terrible. But everybody increased their quality of their coffee to undercut Starbucks, because Starbucks just coffee was really, really expensive in Japan. It's the same price as espresso drinks. So I think they saw that as a kind of a weakness. They didn't price things very well. But they don't do free refills. Yeah, very few places do free refills. And when they fill a cup, they usually, fill it. They usually fill it very low, just I guess so it's easier to carry. So unlike the American fill, when it's a lot of ice and filled all the way to the top, it's usually not like that. Less ice. So the only place I guess that has free refills for drinks like a soda, like soda fountain, is Taco Bell, and there's only like 3 Taco Bells in Japan. There's not very many. And they have the Happy Meal here is called the Happy Set, but it's very similar. They have the gendered toys, like a boy's toy and a girl's toy, and it's a lot of Pokemon, promotion and stuff. So whatever, like the summer movie or whatever characters are popular. Yeah, so it's no smoking. So it became a popular place to meet after school for a lot of kids. So you usually see, like, after school's out, it's full of kids in school uniforms. And it's always had because it's like a foreign company. McDonald's has always had the bad reputation. The meat is rat meat. I think that's the rumor that keeps coming back, is the meat's not real meat, it's rat meat. So to kind of insult the quality, and also to help legitimize the domestic, like a Mossburger, in the domestic Japanese places. That always happens. Mm. Yeah, the sad thing, I guess it happens here as well. It's not quite as there's still a lot of cafes and things, which there really isn't left anymore in the U.S. But there are older people that just kind of, they don't really socialize because the way that they set up most of McDonald's, they want to get you out of there and they don't make it easy to sit around. So there's not configurations of tables, and now with COVID, everything's got screens between it, so you can't really sit and have an easy conversation or sit for very long. Most of the seats are stools, and most of the seating is very uncomfortable. They don't do that thing though where they put they really jack the air conditioning up so it's really cold to kind of make you leave sooner. But old people socialize in actual cafes here, which is nice, because I remember that's the thing that always depressed me the most, is like groups of old men would meet and get their little senior citizen discount coffee and sit there and socialize with their friends at a crappy McDonald's, sitting in plastic chairs. That was always very depressing. Oh, wow. So yeah, McDonald's did try to do 24-hour outlets with kind of internet cafe style. So you could get internet plus a place to charge. It's not quite an internet cafe, but it's much cheaper. Much cheaper to stay there because you just have to, buy 100 yen or $1, drink. I guess so. They had that problem. It doesn't say like when that happened, but they they had a thing that they called Mac refugees. So the people that actually would like almost live at internet cafes, it's a little bit expensive to do that. So some people in the big cities figured out the 24-hour McDonald's they can almost sleep at. So I think it's pretty rare now though. Yeah, they canceled their all night business, or if the restaurant's open all night, it just converts to only drive-through after midnight. Yeah, that's interesting. You could see that happen because there are a lot of situations where if you have a job and it's too expensive, but the job doesn't pay you enough to afford a decent place to stay, that you just come up with some kind of temporary accommodations. There's much less couch surfing in Japan because there's fewer couches. Oh, here we go. The little catchphrases. The history of catchphrases. So in the 70s, all they said was McDonald's. What, really? Oh, also, this is back to Japanese. In 79, Words of the World, there was a theme song with the catchphrase Words of the World. In the 80s, it switched to Delicious Smile. Late 80s, 89, it switched to So... McDonald's. That was the catchphrase. 91, early 90s, Delicious McDonald's. 94, Full of Good Faces, Full of Value. 98 was Always There McDonald's. 2002, Smile and Smile. And the one that I don't think they've changed this. I think it's almost. Oh no, I think there is a new one. It's either that or Coke. Just changed their catchphrase in Japan. But it's been for a long, long time. Ever since I've been here, it's been I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving it is the kind of standard with that little melody. Oh, let's see if they have. Yeah, there's no phrases on any of the. Oh yeah, there it is. It's still I'm loving it. There it is on the side of the. Yeah, so maybe they haven't updated it. So that means for more than 20 years, or I guess exactly 20 years, it's been that same slogan. Yeah, so maybe in the TV commercials they don't say that. They don't say it as much, but they still have that. And they spell it out on the Wikipedia that ba-da-ba-ba-ba. They spell it out as the phrase that you hear. So they still use that little melody. But they're printing I'm loving it. Maybe this is just really old cups. But they still put I'm loving it on the cups. What's funny? Hey K5, we're eating McDonald's, Japanese McDonald's. So sorry. No convenience store this week. So yeah, I just finished a Samurai Mac. So it was like a double, basically like just a double barbecue cheeseburger, but pretty thick patties. So that was good. Oh, and oh yeah, I had to get the total up to a certain amount. So I just did. Oh, and they didn't have. They've had some really good sauces lately. So I just got the standard barbecue sauce. And this is that same standard smoky barbecue sauce that they use in the U.S. But they've had some really good. They had spicy nuggets, chicken nuggets, just a little while ago, and the sauces for that were amazing. It was like there was like a burnt, like a roasted jalapeno, and a red pepper sauce that were just insane. So it was spicy nuggets plus spicy sauce. Crazy good. It was really good. But yeah, exactly the same kind of. These probably come from whatever processing plant makes the American ones as well. Yep. Very standard. And pretty cold too. But yeah, and from delivery you can kind of get. They have these these party sets you can just kind of click on. So it's like, big boxes of nuggets, big boxes of French fries, just for if you're having some little thing where you need snacks. So the delivery is trying to fit some sort of need, maybe like after school, snacks for kids or something. I don't know. How's it going, K5? Oh, what year is the background from? Not recent, is it? It looks like the 80s. The prices are pretty high, though. I think the price. Well, but in Japan, though, prices don't tell you anything because prices have been the same for 20 years, almost 30 years in Japan. They haven't raised prices on things, so you see the 770 yen under the sign there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me double check the JPEG. But I think it's definitely an older. So McDonald's has been here since the early 70s. And it looks quite a bit older. And they do a lot of non-dining room, or I guess it's a counter, and then the dining room that maybe is on a second floor. That's very common here. Is there any date? No, just it's Tokyo. But there's no real identifying date. But I would imagine that looks kind of 80s, maybe 90s. But the hair, the hair feels a little 80s. And the tie's a little thin, right? It's not 70s. The tie would be wider. I bet somebody that knew McDonald's here better could just tell by the uniforms, because the uniforms are pretty dated looking too. Yeah, I think you're right. K5, I think it's 80s. So, a lot of talking and chewing. Sorry about that. So, much less information this time. Oh, and I also got a iced coffee. It's funny because it was just the set was only 900 yen, and you had to spend like at least 1,500 yen for them to deliver. So I just had to keep adding things. But yeah, like I was saying, they improved the quality of the coffee, and it's really cheap. The iced coffee I think is 250 yen or something, so less than $2, and it's the pretty decent size. I'm not sure in America if they did that same thing. Seems like they would, to try to get some of the cheapskates that don't want to go to Starbucks. You can slightly improve your coffee and then get their business. Yeah, but these are nice in the summer. They have convenience stores sometimes have much bigger sizes, but the flavor is actually halfway decent. Oh man, this is turning into a Korean style eating stream. Yeah, the fries and the chicken nuggets are probably almost exactly the same. They probably come from overseas anyhow. Yeah, iced coffee is good. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so and Burger King keeps trying to come to Burger King and Wendy's have just come and gone. Right now, Wendy's is doing a collaboration with a domestic hamburger place, but so it's not really Wendy's. And Burger King is back a little bit. A few locations, but they're doing really weird stuff where they're encouraging the app ordering, and they also have a big touch screen, maybe to speed up the ordering process so it's not so crowded. But the dining areas are very small, and so there's almost never any seats. So it's strange. Hmm. And very hard to talk. All right. And that was about it. That was pretty funny. Yeah, they have on Wikipedia. They have all of the promotions that they've done. All the kids' character promotions. So it's everything. Dragon Ball, Hello Kitty, everything you can imagine. They've done toys. Toys at McDonald's for. All right. We'll have to get back to drawing here, I think. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Since 2007, they've tried to increase prices in various parts of Japan because they've had to kind of, keep prices the same. But richer areas, like Tokyo with people making more money, they've raised the price a little bit. So overall, 35 were changed. About 7 have remained unchanged, the more rural areas. 5 have had price reductions. So it's kind of like states, the prefectures and there's about 3,500 stores. Well, that's interesting. I never noticed the price difference. Because if I travel, I usually don't eat McDonald's. It's a very rare thing. Yeah. Because near my office, there's really no there's really no McDonald's convenience. Which isn't that weird? They've shut down a lot of fast food. Yeah, so Dum Dum is the oldest burger place. Wow, Dum Dum Burger. Sorry, I'm reading and eating. Fascinating. Fascinating streaming. Hmm. Yeah, so it's really just the sandwiches that they kind of change a lot. And sometimes they'll do, instead of buns, they'll do, a lot of the burger places do this. They'll do like a pressed rice, like a cooked rice that's just kind of pressed so you can kind of hold it in the wrapper. Because a lot of people don't like bread. That's a funny thing, is a lot of people don't like like white bread um, and buns. So sometimes they prefer rice. They'll eat the hamburgers, but they don't want the buns. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, very strange. But yeah, there haven't been any really big changes for a long time. I guess they're going to start doing, more automated payments and things. You see a lot of people paying with their cell phones now in convenience stores and fast food places. But they don't have the problem here after the pandemic, like it sounds like they're having in the US, where people don't want to work fast food jobs anymore. Hmm. So there's not enough employees. Most of the staff at McDonald's here is middle aged, which usually part time jobs for housewives or retirees. So fewer kids and more of just a little extra money for a household. So maybe somebody wants to kill time or whatever, they'll get a job at McDonald's. Hmm. Well, sorry, that wasn't super super informative. I just thought about it very last minute. But yeah, nothing. Everything is pretty much the same. There's an exciting graphic of the moon on the bag for some reason. Hmm. Oh. Oh yeah, no, that's not what I thought. I thought it was one of those heart, those resuscitation devices information. Yeah, but it's Oh, there. I had another image. Oh yeah, but there's a an actor that plays Ronald McDonald in Japan as well. So for a lot of promotional stuff, you'll see Japanese Ronald McDonald, which is very disturbing. uh, hmm. Well, let's get back to the drawing part, so you don't have to hear me chew anymore. I'll just drink iced coffee sporadically. But yeah, so I thought there'd be more in there that would be different. But yeah, everything, a lot of stuff is pretty much exactly the same. They give you the one thing that they do here, instead of sugar packets, so for, I guess, for the iced coffee, they give you gum, what they call gum syrup, which is just a like a vegetable derived syrup that is sweet. So that's the sweetener here, is gum syrup. I guess because it dissolves more easily in both cold and hot drinks. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. I mean, I think this is, except for a little bit of Japanese on the back, it's almost, the exact same thing that they use in other countries. So yeah, their branding is pretty much identical. That was funny when McDonald's left Russia. They basically just took all of the paper products, the packaging and everything they're manufacturing, and just blanked all the graphics off of them. So it just looks like generic, bizarro McDonald's still, because everything is still the same colors, but it just has no logos or anything on it. Just everything is flat colors. Mm. Right, right. Yeah, the burger packaging is, yeah, definitely. Yeah, the sandwiches there, yeah, that's the thing, biggest thing on the menu. And so it's a little bit hard to decide what to eat, like if you just go into a Japanese McDonald's, because you're only going to recognize the Big Mac, and everything else is very, very different from the other, from probably what you're used to. But I do know that they have regional things. So maybe there is like a shrimp burger or something in certain parts of the U.S. Like regional food will they'll try to incorporate it into the menu in the U.S. So that's what they're doing here, is just trying to take those, regional tastes. And then here they love seasonal or limited edition things, so that's why they always have, like, I think it's like almost every month. It's like a month or a month and a half they rotate the menu. So there's a couple of, like, specialized kind of summer type things and winter type things, and they'll change the so desserts and then the sandwiches rotate a lot. Yes. But the iced coffee is very cheap and good for what it is. Yeah, I think Starbucks here made a really big mistake by charging so much for just regular coffee, because that allowed the cheaper places like convenience stores and fast food to really snipe those customers. Hmm. Oh yeah, not really. There's not really a secret menu, and it's you would have a real hard time getting them to make something special for you. I don't think they would change, how anything is made, taking things on or off. I've never even heard someone say, like, no onions or no tomato or anything. I've never even heard that in Japan. So people are very, yeah, they don't they don't want it any special way. So yeah, no secret menu that I know about. But maybe that's how secret it is. But yeah, nothing that I know of. Yeah, the place in the U.S. that I know is, most famous for its secret menu is In-N-Out Burger. They have a lot of ways that they'll make burgers that they don't advertise at all. So, but as far as yeah, I haven't heard anything like that here. Yeah, but it's been a big delivery. You see that a lot. You'll see McDonald's drivers going to a lot of, like, people will have McDonald's delivered to them in the park. Instead of, like, bringing a picnic, they'll just have a driver come and meet them at some place in a park to get their fast food lunch. So I've seen some funny things like that here. But I'm sure that's the same in the U.S. and other crazy places where people, they don't want to have good food. They just want to have cheap, greasy food for their picnic. Yeah, so I wonder how they did with the if their sales and everything. Well, they had the supply chain problems, but I wonder how they did with their sales during the lockdown. All right. So what are we doing? Oh yeah. Yeah, the interesting thing here is they don't make mistakes. That was the thing that used to drive me crazy, is even with not large orders in the US, they always made mistakes. They always gave you the wrong thing, or some strange combination, or diet, Coke instead of regular Coke or whatever. You'd get all kinds of crazy mistakes, especially at the drive-through. And maybe because they're moving so fast or whatever. But I've never seen I mean, I don't eat as much fast food here as I as I did in the U.S., but they never make mistakes. I think it's much more. They're much more careful, or just the yeah, whatever it is, the system is a little better, or the training's a little better, or something. But that's the thing that just drives you crazy in the U.S. is you get so many wrong things, or they short you, like, the stuff you paid for, they don't give you in your order, and you drive away. So it's always check it as soon as you get your food. You go through it, and then if it's not right, then you park and you go in. And yeah, that's very American for for me. Doesn't happen here. Yeah, and also it's that American desire to have exactly the thing that you want, exactly how you want it. Make the fries extra crispy, or can you do less salt on the French fries? Nobody ever says that here. Yeah, that's a very American style thing. Mm-mm-mm. Oh no. No hamburger in the kids. Yeah, it must be. A lot of those mistakes must just be because they're rushing and they're like, okay, I did this, I did this, I did this, and they just like skip something. Yeah, that's really bad though. Yeah, and recently there's been stories in the U.S. about people. Some guy got shot because he wanted hot French fries. So I guess a lot of people call the police when they're in. Some uh, disagreement happens in the restaurant, and they just we'll refund your money, just get out of here. And the person wants feels disrespected, and so they call the police. The police have to come to McDonald's and help people sort out their order. That's amazing. So K5 ordered a double cheeseburger, no pickles, and got a single patty burger with lettuce, bacon, lettuce, and mayo. Interesting. Oh man. Yeah, I think things must get, and that's why I think there's fewer mistakes here, because they don't customize anything, so they don't have to spend any extra time, and they very efficiently. And also I've seen at the counter here, things are triple checked. Like there's 3 different people that will check the orders, so I think that helps them not make mistakes, and also because there's not going to be a anything special about the orders. There's a very limited number of mistakes they could make. But yeah, I see the system that they use is pretty crazy. The thing I suspect though is that the Coca-Cola is not better at McDonald's than anywhere else, so I don't think they have that special deal, because I watched some YouTube or something about how early on McDonald's made a deal with Coca-Cola, and the Coca-Cola tastes different because they use refrigerated soda water. So when they mix the soda and the syrup at McDonald's, it tastes a little fresher and a little different because the water is cold. So it doesn't need the ice. It doesn't melt the ice, I guess. So it tastes different because the ice doesn't melt as much, and the everything is much colder. So that was some like special deal, some arrangement they had early on in the history of McDonald's. I don't know why. I guess just to have some, give it some distinction. Right, right. Yeah, I think that must be because if the soda isn't chilled, then the room temperature soda water immediately melts the ice that they put in there. So immediately you're diluting the drink beyond what the ratio is between the soda and the syrup. I told that story, right? When I worked at the movie theater, I was a projectionist at a movie theater, but would come down to get drinks and things, and the one kid had some genius idea. So I guess with a lot of like bars and stuff, this is the case. The hoses that for that feed the soda fountain run through the ceiling and go into another room. And so when something runs out, when the syrup runs out on something, you have to change it in kind of a utility closet. And yeah, it was up on a big wire shelf, and a little short kid was trying to change it, and he snagged a bag of orange soda, like whatever it was, like Sunkist or Fanta or whatever, snagged the bag on the metal shelves and just poured the whole thing on top of him, and it stunk like orange, sickening sweet, like orange stuff, forever in that closet. And he just had to go home. He was so so ruined. There was no way to wash off in a sink or whatever with that much orange goo on you. But yeah, and so you can also control like those soda fountains. Like you can control the ratio. So of course they'll dial it down to use less syrup, so that they have to pay less money per drink. And then also when they give you crazy free refills, that gives them a motivation to water it down even more. You're getting extra for free, so why should it be good? Yeah, it's strange. Some of the fast food places here, they don't have regular cola. They'll only have like Diet Pepsi, or yeah, it's very strange. That's started to be a thing. So there's some places where don't order unless you want to drink diet. Don't order any of the any cola. I don't know how they made that deal. That sounds so odd. But maybe just for an ease of ordering. I don't know. I don't know why they would think that's a great option. I have no good ideas for cartoons this week. But yeah, we've got a Typhoon now running between, like going along the Sea of Japan, so between Japan and Korea and Japan and China. So it's not very close to us here, but it is making really strange weather. It's super windy, and the temperature just goes up and down really quickly. So I have no idea when that's going to stop. This is the second day. But this is, September here is typhoon season, so we can expect a lot of worse things to happen. Hopefully we won't have anything that hits us directly. But luckily, the prefecture we're in is one of the few kind of landlocked ones, so there's not really any direct access for storms, so they have to go a little bit further to hit us, so they're usually a little bit weaker. Sometimes it doesn't help very much, but yeah, that was the thing when I was in Okinawa, the southern little island. They can't build very tall at all there because they get hit so hard by typhoons that the buildings are all kind of short and squat and real thick. Even the like business districts and stuff don't have huge skyscrapers. Thank you. That's right. What is going on? Yeah, thanks for noticing that, unknown girl. I don't know what. Maybe I need to do. Maybe it's the wrong URL. Oh yeah, then maybe the token is bad. Let me see if I can fix that. Thank you. I didn't even chat. Where is it? Okay, here's chat and maybe settings. Embed in a stream. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, because that's right, because I'm not. Right, there we go. Thank you, unknown girl. Yeah, that's right, because I'm not using the I'm not using separate accounts now. It's one account, so I'm not actually logging into the Restream account I was using. That's why it's also the 8-bit theme. I changed it just so I would know which one was which. So there we go. Now everything pops up in cute little 8-bit graphic word boxes. All right. There we go. No, thank you, unknown girl. I appreciate that. Yeah, if it's just a dead blue box. So yeah, so now that should be saved in this setting as well. So yeah, Yeah, so those are the things. There's so many with this weird new situation. There's so many things that I don't that I'm gonna miss about the switchover. Um, so that's just one more of those things. Draw your face. Hey, Kane, how's it going? Uh, draw my face. I don't think I can. I don't think I could stand it right now. Let's see. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, I'm still not getting any good ideas for this week here. But yeah, the I was really surprised. Movies are come and go really quickly in the theaters here in Japan, but the Top Gun sequel is still in theaters. So it's been a few months now. So that's pretty impressive because that almost never happens here. But I guess though too, there's a limited number. You know, there's not that much going on. Summer movie season wasn't too impressive, so maybe it was the best performing movie, so it stayed. But that's pretty rare. That's very much like that's very old school movie theaters where something would be in the theaters for like 3 or 4 months, especially over summer vacation and things. That doesn't happen anymore. So it's really hard, and especially with the if there's only like one IMAX theater, things are literally if you want to see it in IMAX, you have like maybe 2 weeks tops until something else comes that they rotate out. So I didn't get a chance to see Dune in IMAX here, the new Dune, because it was only in there was only one theater, and the Eternals, that stupid Eternals movie, came out like the next week, so they pushed it right out of the theaters, or like in 2 weeks later. So it got pushed out really quickly. So that was depressing. But I think movie theaters are not doing well here now, because I've only seen a couple of movies since things started to open back up, and the theaters are totally empty. All right. Yeah. Oh, I caught a typo from today's cartoon, so I uploaded the new version. Hopefully, it'll replace it. I hate when I don't catch mistakes. Oh, oh, it's raining. It was a bright, sunny, very windy, but bright, sunny day today, and now it's raining again. So strange. Yeah, and it's really crazy here because I always used to, if it's raining, no big deal. Just go out in the rain. Just bring an umbrella, go out in the rain, or even no umbrella. It's no big deal. But the rain is such a torrential downpour here that I've just gotten into the habit of just wait out the rain, because there's no point in going out in it, because you're going to get so wet that it'll stop and you will still be wet for like another hour or so. So it's so brutal, and a lot of the times it blows under the umbrella, or at least from the waist down you're just like soaking wet, because the rain is so heavy. It's so tropical style here. So it took a long time to break that habit of just, oh, it's no big deal, rain, I'll just go out in the rain. If you just wait 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, it'll be totally over, and then you won't have to be drenched and have your shoes shoes full of water and everything. But I was really surprised how heavy it was, and I just made that mistake too many times where it just, it'll be fine. And I was just completely soaked. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that really sucks. Like, doing office work and stuff when you get too wet going out for lunch or whatever. That makes it miserable. I'm never going to be able to do the shirt collar here. Oh, no, just this line. Something like that. All right. Well, the chat is working. That's good. Yeah, I totally forgot it would be the wrong token in the on the cartoon stream. All right. Yeah, I can't think of. Yeah, that McDonald's is going to slow me down. I think it's going to slow my thought process down. I'm just going to end up taking a nap on stream. Yeah, I don't know. So is anybody watching anything good right now? Any good series? Gotta find something now that Better Call Saul is done. And I'm not really into the new Amazon Lord of the Rings, so isn't there supposed to be something else? No, I think that's it. I think those are the September. Those were the two big. House of the Dragon and Rings of Power were the two big premieres. There's something else. Trying to remember what socks folded on themselves look like. Something like that. Yeah, it doesn't look good. All right. Yeah, what else? Oh, the UK. I saw the UK has a new prime minister. So that should be fun. Changing prime ministers in the middle of funding a war in the Ukraine. That should be interesting. All right. Oh, Chucky. Oh, nice. What's that on? I wonder what. Yeah, I haven't seen that advertised. Oh, I know Rick and Morty just started again, but I don't think those new episodes are going anywhere. I think it's only on the Adult Swim in the US. But yeah, there's a new season of. I think a new season of Archer is coming too. That's a good show. It's had some bumpy seasons, but usually it's a pretty good show. but they just had one of the voice actors a few years back passed away. The actress that played his mother, or did the voice of his mother. So I don't know. They'll probably write her out of the show. It's the same actress that was the mother on. I just had it. I just had the name of the show in my head. It's not going to come to me. Shoot. Yeah, I just rewrote over it Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is not the show. Arrested Development. The mother actress that played the mother on that show was the voice of Archer's mother. And she passed. Hey Matt, how's it going? Just watched I'm telling Matt, I guess I've already told the stream, but I just watched episode 3 of House of the Dragon, and it's good. It's getting better and better. I hope the same thing can happen for Rings of Power, but I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, Matt and I did a live stream this week on Saturday. Or I guess that was Friday night. When did we do it? Yeah, Friday night. That's right. I'm so screwed up because I've had things pushed a couple of things pushed a day. But yeah, on Saturday afternoon my time, Friday night Matt's time, we did the Upturned table, the weekly live together. That was fun. Thank you again, Matt. That was it was so easy. I'm glad that the technology is working better. Yeah, my Friday here Saturday. Yeah, I'm screwed up because then, my Saturday I was supposed to play the rest of the Enemy Within, finish the Shadow over Bogenhofen campaign. And that was pushed back until yesterday. So yeah, I'm all messed up, timing wise. Okay. Yeah, and I got that, and I didn't get the podcast up until just right now. The live stream was up there, but the audio for the podcast, it took me an extra day. Longer than usual. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Oh, and thanks, Matt, for posting. I saw on Instagram you posted some of the illustrations from the Bridge and Track project we worked on. They look good on Instagram. I should post stuff. I don't know why I never post anything. Yeah. So we talked all kinds of Rings of Power on the live stream. Yeah, so it sounds like Amazon. Yeah, so that was the thing I said at the beginning of this stream is I think the most fun will be watching Amazon pretend it's a huge success regardless of what the numbers are. So we're going to be able to see if a big tech company can just kind of convince everyone, oh no, it's great, you'll love it, everyone loves it. And if they can make something popular just by, force of will, just saying, no, this is a great show, everybody loves it, it's the best show ever, and get people to watch it just by being really, really confident and paying reviewers and having negative reviews removed. We'll see if the power of Amazon can actually what is that, invoke their will. The will of Amazon will be what's that word? Will be people will be forced to obey. No, it is a great show. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, it's funny. We're seeing with streaming, like when people have no limitation and the biggest budget that they whatever they need, budget-wise, whatever they want, production and scheduling and time-wise, it doesn't make things better. It's almost like those restrictions force people to, just be more passionate and really want to do it instead of, oh, well, yeah, okay, I guess I can, guess I could do a series for you. I guess I can do a movie for you. Because there's so much stuff by, big name people that have done a lot of, movies or TV or whatever. But then when they get their Amazon, project, it's just not great at all. The pressure, I think, and also maybe fighting against, studio execs and stuff, does something to the creative process. Yeah, Matt, I bet you're right. Yeah, I bet it's gonna, because everyone's curious. I mean, all they had to do, they could have not shown a single frame of that series, but just given everyone the price tag. If they just would have said $1 billion Lord of the Rings series, streaming series, just out of curiosity, the same amount of people probably would have watched it, just because what would that look like? What is that actually gonna, once you spend that kind of money, how does that look on the screen? And yeah, not amazing. Yeah, but a lot of people, the people are in my OSR group have been watching it, and everyone's pretty positive about it. I think I'm the most negative, and I'm not even close to the biggest Lord of the Rings fan in the group. There's people that are much, more, know the lore better, know the setting better, have read more books. I basically only read the trilogy and the Hobbit. That's basically, my interaction with it. And so people that have read the Silmarillion and all the unfinished tales and everything have a deeper understanding of a lot of the setting, and they're fine with the show. Those damn happy people that don't want to be miserable all the time. How dare they? Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of drop off there is, if they'll ever admit that, and then how long they're going to keep making the show when no one's watching. If nobody watched your show, would you ever even know if it was canceled? Yeah, that's probably going to be funny. In a few years, we're going to hear, oh, the Rings of Power was canceled by Amazon. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was still on. Kind of like The Walking Dead or whatever. It's just something that will outlive its popularity by probably years. All right. Yeah, maybe if this cap was smaller, this could almost read as hot sauce. But with that big fat cap, it looks like cough syrup or something. Something bizarre. Yeah, I guess this. There we go. Look at that. No redrawing required. Alright. Yeah, maybe something. Fast food and hot sauce. It's actually not quite the same perspective, is it? The angle's a little odd. Oh, there it is. Get rid of this. Oh yeah, a delivery joke might be fun. Or just, yeah, missing from an order. Items missing from an order. So maybe I'll do another separate layer so I can reposition it. So just a taped receipt. Yeah, something like that. Let me fill it. There we go. Yeah, that still reads as a bag. All right. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder where I can see new Rick and Morty legally. Because HBO Max has a bunch of Adult Swim, but I don't think they have new stuff. And yeah, Netflix just has the old seasons as well, so I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy in Japan for a couple of years. Hulu Japan was showing Saturday Night Live in the US the day after it aired in America with full subtitles. So comedy has to be the hardest thing to translate and subtitle, and they basically did it in a day. That's crazy, but it just stopped. I think that probably nobody was watching it because that style of comedy, it didn't. The jokes probably didn't translate well, and it's not a famous enough show in internationally. It's a very American, American only kind of thing. Okay, so we will do a fast food joke then. So this and this and this. There we go. Oh. Okay. Something like that. So let's put all of these on another layer or in the other file. Boom. These are all a little cruddy looking. Weird. Oops. Okay. Actually, it doesn't need to be larger. Maybe just the bag can be a little bit bigger. Yeah. There was a funny one time. So and also Japanese comedy and American comedy are very different. But one time, Japanese comedians. I don't know how this happened, but they did Saturday Night Live. Like a group of Japanese comedians did sketch comedy, which is very rare here. There's not really improv or anything. It's mostly old school stand up, basically, like Abbott and Costello style stage comedy is really common in Japan. I guess the comedy, it can be a little sketch like. They do settings, like they'll do kind of themes where a lot of the times, like in a duo, one of the characters will play the wife or the girlfriend, so they'll cross dress, and that's a big part of the comedy. So very kind of dated style. Um, oh, I doubt there's hecklers at all. I mean, that would be amazing to see, to, or to hear Japanese people heckle, because they don't even if something is really terrible, like a live show or whatever, you don't get. I think probably only professional wrestling is the only time you're going to have Japanese people like get upset about something. um, but yeah, there's like funny dramas. There's like evening dramas that have some comedy. They kind of did like a Bewitched remake and stuff. So they do have kind of sitcoms here, but they did. Japanese comics tried to do a completely Saturday Night Live format show, and it was even called Saturday Night Live. So there must have been some, you know, cooperation, some collaboration with Broadway productions or whatever. What's the yeah, the guy that did Saturday Night Live? It must have been something to do with him, but it wasn't. They just didn't. You can't do political comedy here, so that's off the table. And it was just kind of not very. The tone was all wrong, and the actors didn't really know what they were doing. But the novelty of them trying to do something that like that was kind of funny, and the fact that they did it live, like that's another thing that they record stuff live, but they don't broadcast it live super often. So yeah. So I remember that was years ago though, and so I thought, oh wow, this might be a regular thing, but it was just a one-time show. Uh, yeah, comedy here is very different. I think in all of Asia it's kind of the same way, but it comes from that more of that vaudeville tradition, and it hasn't changed all that much at all. Okay, so let's go on here. Hmm. Oh yeah, actually, I think it's live to tape, but I wonder because they have a few charity shows that I think are done live. There's this thing called 24-hour television. They raise money for kids, like children's hospitals, every year, and that's live. That's a live event because it's like multicast in different or simulcast in different locations. Um, but yeah, I think most because it doesn't it could easily be live, but I don't think they would want to risk like anything too crazy happening. But I think it's live to tape. Almost all Japanese like variety television and stuff. Yeah, so that's the thing that they do have is kind of panel, old school panel shows where it's just a group of people that may not even have careers anymore, or maybe never had a very. They're just famous for being famous for whatever reason, and so they call them TV talent usually. Uh, and maybe when they were younger, they were a theater actor, or they're just the children of somebody famous or something, and so they're on TV constantly and just kind of giving commentary, just kind of like reacting to people's funny stories and just telling stories of their own. So very like 60s, 70s American television style, where you just had these people that, they weren't that active anymore in their career. They were just always on television, like every like the panel of like Match Game. I don't know if anyone's gonna know that reference. I'm probably too old, but yeah, there were some shows like Gong Show and stuff did that too. They would have some kind of famous. I guess the equivalent would be the panels for like America's Got Talent and all of that kind of stuff, American Idol, that kind of stuff. So the people, the judges are famous, but they're not really doing anything. They were famous, but So there are panel shows like that here, and they just talk about different food or different topics or something, real light kind of stuff, and then people just laugh at each other and react to things, and yeah, it's just that a lot of famous for being famous. Oh hey, how's it going? Oh nice, Hyphonics. Thank you so much. Greetings. Pee wee boning about the heat. Nice name. Ah, very cool. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, what you said about tops that have one die. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I'm way behind missing something. Thank you guys. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been raided. It's usually pretty quiet around here. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Hyphonics. I appreciate the visitors. It's been a long time. Ah. Oh, thanks. Did that just happen? Crazy. Oh wait. Let me do the channel thing. Oh, thanks. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing my notifications. I apologize. Thanks for subscribing. Zelgo1408. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, let me I can look at all this here. Wow, thanks so much. So Mark 20, thank you. Tanner Dude Man, Mr. Pushy, Cyber Official, Joshua Elmore, Emre Camillo. Oh, I'm missing another one here. Yeah, Joshua Elmore and Zolgo. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the subs. That's right. I've got to get over 1,000. So 1K. Thank you so much. I was so close. Excellent. So this is officially the 1K stream. Oh yeah, so it's Abusecartoons because the title of the cartoon, you can see in the upper right hand corner, is domestic abuse. Domestic abuse is the name of the cartoon, but calling the stream that might make it sound like a helpline or yeah. I think there's better uses for that phrase in real life. So I just call it Abusecartoons to make it shorter and easier to understand. But yeah, I just came up with the idea because it's dramatic little domestic items, and so it's more emotional abuse than anything else, and it's the kind of the scale of the drama that is the joke. Nice. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Austin. All right. Oh, great. Wow, over 1K. Yeah, we've been hovering right at the edge of that, so I really appreciate it. Ali Lou, thank you. Oh, where is my thanks so much. Blackjack, thank you very much. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, sorry if I missed anyone in the notifications, but excellent. Renegade X, thanks for the sub. Much appreciated. Very cool. You guys just missed Japanese McDonald's. It's pretty similar to Anywhere's McDonald's, so but I needed lunch, so we had it delivered. Nice. Wow, thanks a lot, guys. That's great. Good to see you. Yeah, thanks. Thank you for the 1K. Wow, yeah, it's been jumped up to 900 something, and then it just kept diminishing, so I thought we would never get there. Thank you so much. You've made it all possible. Yeah, Hyphonics has completely that's 1K that Hyphonics can definitely take the credit for. Without those raids, it wouldn't have ever happened. But yeah, thanks a lot. nice. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in Japan streaming, so it's actually 3:45 in the afternoon on uh what is it? Tuesday. It's Tuesday here. Hey, Hyphonics, thank you so much. Appreciate the raid, and yeah, you got me over 1,000. That's amazing. Very cool. Ah, yeah, very nice. Yeah, what a great day. Oh, I keep missing. Yeah, I apologize if I miss any notifications. Ah, very cool. Nice. Yeah, I guess it does update. Nice. Wow. Yeah, so just trying to do some cartoons this week. I think it's just going to be the coffee cup and hot sauce. And we'll still have to decide if that's hot sauce or not. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, looking at the old cartoons, I definitely realized they were a lot more simple. Once I started doing things digitally, I drew way too much, and because I can copy and paste and edit and stuff. So keep things simple. Thank you, True Help TV. If Jack Black and Ewan McGregor had a son. Nice. Uh, nice. Yeah, so I just do yeah, so this is just a single panel gag cartoon. So instead of, like a comic strip with a story, it's just a joke and an image. And it's usually a little bit narrative. There's a little bit of a story to it. But yeah, it's mostly just so like a magazine cartoon. So just making a joke about a situation, and usually it's the subject is all inanimate objects with little eyes on them, and so yeah, there's all sorts of drama and things that happen just in this very simple setting. But it's yeah, and this is the 20th year, so 20th anniversary of the cartoon this year. So I'm putting together the collection of the kind of the best of the second half of so the first collection was the first 10 years, and then I'll do another book that will be the second almost 1,000. So there's over 2,000 of these cartoons now. If you feel like reading. But yeah, on there's a link in the description for Go Comics, and that's where all the cartoons are. gocomics.com/domestic abuse. All right, I guess I'll just do red French fries. Nice. Yeah, so since 2002, but I didn't really get noticed. This cartoon didn't get noticed for about 2 years after that, so it wasn't until 2004, maybe early 2005, that I started getting a decent amount of readers, and it was daily. Sorry, it was a daily cartoon back then, as well. Now it's just twice a week, so Tuesdays and Thursdays it's live on Go Comics. But oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, gaming. Yeah, thank you, K5. Yeah, gaming as well. Oh yeah, I should do the link for the sorry, for the cartoons, wherever that is. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so here's the archive for the cartoons. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Go Comics. Tabletop gaming, yes, very smooth, smooth class gaming. Yeah, just RPGs and board games. We have a channel for all kinds of geeky hobby stuff. Yeah, so that. So we do a live stream for that on Fridays in Japan. So Thursday night. So Thursday night, Upturned table. We do a live stream of kind of just topics, current event and news topics for tabletop. And yeah, and otherwise, I'm here every Monday night drawing these. And let me do some packaging. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, check out the yeah, I think K5 got it. Yeah, that's the oh, that's right. I haven't been able to change the URL, so it's the old name in the URL, but it's Upturned table. Nice. Yeah, you should try. Yeah, if you want to paint some Warhammer 40K, the new contrast paints are nice. They you can put them on nice and thick, and they dry pretty thin. So yeah, give that a shot. Oh, come on. There we go. But yeah, so this stream is drawing this cartoon, and then we take a little break, and I usually find something from the convenience stores in Japan, some snack or something to show everybody. But this week it was McDonald's, so nothing to show. It was more just a reason for me to have lunch on stream. All right. There we go. Yes, yes. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, the miniatures have gotten, well, insanely expensive, but they've also gotten really amazing looking in all that time. Yeah, they look pretty good. But yeah, it's not a cheap hobby. Yeah, sorry, Matt, you missed. Oh yeah, what do I what do I have to show here? Yeah, so you missed Japanese McDonald's. It looked pretty much like American McDonald's. I can say visually it wasn't. I was the only one that was tasting a difference. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't no convenience store this week. It was just lunch. Yeah, but my schedule, I wasn't able to get to the shop before the stream. But they deliver McDonald's all the way up here on the mountain. There's little red scooters with yellow M's on them that drive up and down. So cool. Yeah, K5 caught the end. Nice. Yeah, I had to do it when it arrived, and I thought I had it timed up perfectly because when I ordered, they said it would be about 90 minutes. So I'm like, okay, 90 minutes, so we can get into the stream, and that should be plenty of time to then take a break and have some lunch. But of course, it's Japan, so things are always done faster and better than they than they even promised. So yeah, very quick. Yeah, I don't know what that time estimate was based on. Usually, those are pretty accurate, but this is way off. I think the McDonald's that delivers to here is actually in a train station, so it's just a little counter in a train station. But I think that's where they deliver from here. So no, it's just a takeout place. right. So yeah, and this cartoon used to be drawn a marker on paper, and then I would scan it in and color it this same way. But I switched to maybe about 7 or 8 years ago now. Switched to doing it, all digitally. So I'm drawing on a tablet now instead of only coloring. So that's changed a little bit of the look and feel of it. And I was really reluctant to make that switch because when you draw something digitally, there's no original art anymore. So there's not a sketch that I did on paper that then becomes one of these cartoons. It's just all digital. So doing it as a live stream makes it feel like I'm actually, doing something. Because just creating a bunch of digital files, is pretty feels pretty meaningless. So at least now there's a record. There's an actual visual record of me drawing this thing, and for some reason that feels a little bit more like I'm actually doing something. And it keeps me on schedule too, because it's really easy to get busy doing things and forget, oh, I've got a cartoon to do this week. That used to happen a lot, where I would be drawing it the day that it's due. That doesn't look like a receipt. That looks like a note. I guess it has to just be very much lined up. There we go. That looks better. Oh yeah, I would definitely sell originals. The only originals I have now of the line art probably start in like 2015. 2015 I think was the last time I actually drew with a marker on paper. But I can reproduce, any of these. Kind of, it's not really an original. It's my copying myself. But I used to sell at Comic-Cons and stuff. So the first time I ever sold any of these cartoons, or even knew that I had any fans, was I went to the San Diego Comic-Con in the U.S. and had a table there and sold books. I just did like little self-published books, and I sold originals there as well. Yeah, I should set up. I used to have on the website a place set up where if you wanted an original, you could request it. But once I switched to digital, I took it down because I was just worried so many people would ask for stuff that that didn't exist. But yeah, I should figure out some way to do it, because I could actually. Oh, the other thing that I've done before too is if it's only digital, I can print out just the black and white and then hand color. So it's kind of like just a hand colored print. So if I just remove all of the like that, if I remove everything from and then with just markers, I can go through and do that. Let's put the color back on. There we go. But yeah, I did that for a couple of people that wanted newer cartoons. Is printed out the line art and then hand colored it. So that's available too. Yeah, I just don't have any of that set up on the website anymore. All right. No, but I think it's good. I think it's good to create original stuff. Switching to digital, it feels really empty and really really bad, because how easy it would be if I stopped paying my bill for my cloud service and had a hard drive fail. That's completely oh, that's right, there's a little gap there. And had my hard drive fail, I could lose lose a lot of cartoons. It'd be very easy. Come on. Very, very easy to lose stuff. So once and that's the funny thing, that it doesn't seem logical, but actually stuff on paper is much more. It can survive much more easily because of the way we store it. I mean, of course, water would be the thing that would destroy your originals on paper, water and fire, but that's much more substantial than digital. Yeah, anything, static electricity can destroy digital. A bad power loss, and you can lose your digital backups. So yeah, just try to have these backed up in as many places as possible, just to avoid something like that happening. But still, I can just imagine someday. So that feels it feels very unstable. So I don't judge anybody that doesn't want to make things digitally. And I think about that with like 3D artists. Like, yeah, that their entire careers they've always been creating things that don't really exist, and the software that they use keeps improving, so it looks their work just looks more and more dated all the time. And yeah, that has to be a very strange feeling to look back at your career. If you've been an only digital artist, look back at your career and see that everything you've done just doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't really exist. I mean, I guess like just for history, it can be interesting to look at things, like bad special effects in movies. 90s CGI in movies. You only look at that for the to remark about how bad it looks or how much better it looks now. So I can imagine if that's your work, that's your career, that's your portfolio. It's just a bunch of dated stuff. So that's what that was made it hard to switch. That's why it took me a long time. I could have been drawing digitally for a long time, but just didn't want to make the move. Oh, I didn't do the shadow on this side. Yeah, I would prefer if these were oil paintings or something, just something where you were creating an actual object. But fewer people would see them. That's the other benefit from this weird digital medium is, these are very easy to distribute. Everybody can very easily see these pictures that I'm drawing and access them and copy them and have them on their hard drive if they want to. And a painting, that doesn't happen. You actually have to travel somewhere to see a painting, or just a photo of it. So that makes it feel very strange. All right. Yeah, definitely, Ziggy. Yeah, sometimes even like new stuff looks bad, and somebody worked so hard on that. That's the thing that is funny is that was somebody's. I mean, it was their most likely just their day job. I don't think they were putting their heart and soul into it, but that's hours and hours of their life. That should I put some sauce on the edge of the cup? But that was their efforts to produce something like that, and then it's just not good. That has to be so depressing. I think you have to I think we'll want to suggest that that hot sauce is put into the cup. Oh, they're on the same layer. Let's move them on to a different layer. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I will always, I think, have mixed feelings about digital work. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you guys, I did the so right now the on the Hyphonics YouTube channel. Oh, let me see. I gotta find them first. I have no idea. See, digital storage. It's oh, here we go. Um, mm, mm, mm. Oh, where is the vector one? Yeah, let me see. Oh, yeah, it's in two different places. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So K5 asked me to do a an Omegle style logo that let me put this. What's going to happen if I just drag this into here? There we go. Yes, yes. So K5 asked me to do using the font from there we go, from the Omegle to do just the logo. Let me put the logo in here so you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. So K5 asked me to do just this logo, and I thought that was a really cool idea, and I figured out which font it was. And God, damn, sorry, too many windows. And so yeah, using that same typeface, I did Hyphonics, and that little head that's part of the logo, I just did a little John's character's face on that instead of just having it be a little head. So then I elaborated on that and did the face like that, bigger, because it was all vector work, and then just did a couple of variations of that. And so that head, yeah, there's another one, and so that's with some sunglasses, and yeah, that head became is on the Hyphonics channel now, which I'm very honored by. That was very cool. But yeah, I was just playing around with K5's idea. We came up with some fun stuff. But yeah, that'd be a cool. I love the one with the creepy glasses. It would make a good T-shirt. But yeah, so I sent all those to John and said, yeah, it's all for you. So yeah, they used the so this head is used on the channel, recolored. I think that he had an artist do the coloring, so it's not black and white. But yeah, I love this nasty looking face. Yeah, so that was just variations. Oh, and here's just that kind of egg head by itself. I think this is what became the logo without the text on it. But yeah, that was fun. So that's all K5's Square Body's idea. But yeah, and that's all Illustrator. So I'm drawing in Photoshop now, and this is all just vector shapes in Illustrator. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, it was a very fun idea. Yeah, I just looked at a couple of the thumbnails on the YouTube channel to kind of get the creepy expression, and I love how funny some of those thumbnails are. So I wanted to try to capture that, the sinister look. So yeah, tell Hyphonics to make some merch with these logos. They're all his. I'd buy one. Yeah, so it's just all variations on this this idea of doing the Omegle logo, but with more face on it. Yeah, stickers would be good. A big old bumper sticker. Yeah, so I was very honored to see that he's using that art for the channel. It's very fun. Yeah, so I studied a lot of animation. So I did a little bit of comic book work and digital animation, like got a lot of Flash stuff, like web cartoons. And this is my only long-running kind of personal project. So I have a bunch of different styles. It's hard to I don't think I have a single. This is probably the most recognizable drawing style of mine, but a lot of my freelance stuff is just depending on the project. The look is very different. All right, so both of these are colored. Okay, So let's take a look at. So before we write the cartoons, what I usually do is take a break and look at the archive. And another K5 idea. See, K5 is the mastermind. I wouldn't. I wouldn't get anything done without recommendations from K5. Let's go to the comments. Okay, here we go. So so let's take a look. This is the most recent cartoon, and so this is the Go Comics website that I posted the link on. But we're going through chronologically. So we left off in where did we leave off? Sorry, I wrote it down. 2006. Yeah, so we made it to March 1st, 2006. So let's do that. Oops. 2006. All right, so you'll see you'll see a dramatic change in the style. So this is what the hand drawn what the hand drawn cartoons look like. So it's changed a lot. And the idea was, if I drew it in marker on paper, you can't erase, you can't undo. So whatever came out, came out. And so the early cartoons are very awkward, and, the perspective's a little weird. They're not drawn very evenly. They're a little bit lopsided. But I just forced myself to make that part of the style, and to make it part of the kind of uncomfortable look of the characters. And that's how the whole thing started. So it's become a little bit more refined. You'll see as we keep going, the style gets more and more improved, and by the time it's digital, it's pretty much how it looks now. So Viagra found most drug interactions pointless. Viagra jokes. Okay, so we'll continue from March 2nd, 2006. The bitterness came from sugar's refusal to mix. So mix as in socially mix, but this joke came from my growing up. My mother would never use the full amount of sugar in Kool-Aid or High C or any of the mixed drinks, the drink mixes, because it's not healthy. That too much sugar is bad for you. So the Kool-Aid was so bitter and so diluted that I grew up on that. Yeah, I always was shocked and amazed how good Kool-Aid tasted at other people's houses. And at my house, it always sucked. All right. So it wasn't so bad once he got used to it. So a marshmallow getting roasted with a stick through his head. So this is a lot. A lot of the early ones with a real short joke and a real kind of easy message, easy idea. So he was on fire and he's got a stick in his head, but it wasn't too bad. And he would make s'mores eventually. So there we go. All right. And March 4th, 2006. The reality of picnics was far from the fantasy. Yeah, flies. I think it's the thing people forget when you take food outside. You just attract flies. Yeah, so you can see the release date of this on the Go Comics was 2006, but actually the copyright is 2003. So I've been doing it for probably almost 3 years, 2.5 years before they discovered me. So when I gave them my stuff, I didn't change the copyright. I just uploaded the cartoons to them. And so there's a little bit of an offset in the date, but it also made it so I didn't have to immediately work really hard, to keep the archive going. So March 5th, 2006, the concept of obsolescence had finally hit the CD player. Yeah, that's right. This was the end of portable CD players and everything. Yeah, it was all like MP3s. The iPod and everything was already well out by then. So having a skip-resistant portable CD player was meaningless. March 6, 2006. It was a prejudice that went beyond brand or contents. Yeah, bottle versus can. All right. More technology, more CDs. March 7th, 2006. Even rewritable media felt heartbreak was permanent. Rewritable. Do you remember rewritable discs? That's so funny. Yeah. Now because we have flash, like a solid state flash memory and SSDs, there's no reason to even use a rewritable disk, and most PCs now don't even have drives in them anymore. Rewritable. Oh, there we go. This was a sticker too. I remember one of my first sets of stickers. The short stack, the short stack stood in for the specialist self-worth. Yep. Short amount of self-esteem, short amount of pancakes. Short stack. I haven't even had pancakes in that quantity in a long time. Everything, even the butter's heart, began to soften. Yeah, so a lot of the early jokes were just kind of like bad relationships, or missed missed romance, or unrequited love, kind of stupid jokes, but just with kitchen things you'd find in a kitchen. March 10th, 2006. Subscription cards fell from the magazine like leaves from a dead tree. I think I already even had, like last month, there was still a subscription card joke. Yeah, I must have been reading a lot more magazines than I do now. All right. March 11th. Even the loss of a single sheet was unbearable. So for a ream, a ream of printer paper. Losing even one. March 12th, 2006. How can an elephant and a jackass cause so much trouble? There's political commentary. Yeah, so this must have been 2006. Oh no, it's 2003. Yeah, so it was leading up to the 2004 election. So Bush Jr.'s re-election. So yeah, that's my subtle political humor. March 13th, 2006. All they could do is watch. The little lit firecracker. Little lit firework. Right. March 14th, 2006. The baby aspirin felt their love was beyond liquid or chewable. Oh, and here's Maui Mike. Aw. Oh, I already liked that comment. Nice. Yeah, so baby products always are that color. So March 15th, the newspaper hung in the mail slot, feeling less current. So the news printed on him just became more and more dated the longer he spent in the mail slot. Yeah, I guess people still have mail slots. It's more of a city thing, I think. March 16th, the afterlife as a poorly designed bird feeder. Yes. Just like the idea of those kids projects. And this is one of the first times I went off the page, I think, in the cartoon, so the string actually goes off the page. But yeah, he was a milk carton, and now he's just some kid's project that is supposed to feed birds and doesn't even work very well. 2006, the room key feared a long, cold dangling overnight. So yeah, a motel key left in a lock. Right, March 18th, 2006. The dirt on the mouse pad overwhelmed the workday. That was the thing, working in an office. If anybody left, if you're taking someone's old workstation or whatever, and they left a mouse pad, or those things that go on the bottom of keyboards, and they were used and dirty, and you saw that stain of whatever people leave on mouse pads, I guess just from the oil in their hands or whatever. It's pretty nasty. All right. March 19th. The second freezing was far worse for the burrito's confidence. So a refrozen burrito. Refrozen frozen burrito. I don't know why there's magazines there. Oh, there we go. That's another sticker I remember from the old days. March 20th, they felt the doom shared by all childhood sweethearts. Yeah, so soon. Soon it would be over. Here's a Sharpie joke. March 21st, the gelatin still had difficulty remembering because he had a marker jammed in his brain. Yeah, so that's the style of marker that I used. I'm sure there's not too many Sharpies. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, so this is the marker that drew 1,000 cartoons before I switched to digital. Not this particular marker, this style. But yeah, so it makes an appearance occasionally in some of the cartoons. And there's a comment, huh? Low-flying plane. It's supposed to be a marker. It's hard to tell what it looks like. March 22nd, even the prospect of serving 6 could not separate them. So the pie did not want to be sliced. All right. March 23rd, the stopper felt more invasive and inhibiting than before. So just a change in relationships. Yeah, I guess that's supposed to be like a dressing, like a cruet for like dressing or oil and vinegar. March 24th, their softening differences went beyond liquid or sheet. Nice. Yeah. So, yeah, still a little clumsy, but it's just a first pass. You only get one chance to draw it. March 25th. Once opened, the can of pistachios was violently emptied. People love pistachios. Yeah, so always, yeah. That was my memory from like my grandparents' house. Like, oh, pistachios, and then they're gone. They went fast. Deodorant only seemed to cover their problems up. So they weren't antiperspirants, I guess. March 27th, the dried remains of lasagna made the plate feel marked for life. Baked on cheese and tomato. March 28th, the streaky windows were only a symptom of deeper issues. Their inability to clean windows. 29th, tipping the gravy boat had almost become... Oh, there's another typo. I guess it's okay. It should become a holiday tradition. Had almost become holiday tradition. I guess it's okay. It looks like it might be better with had become a holiday tradition. Had almost become... I guess it's okay without. But I'm also looking for typos because a few still exist. Because I never had an editor. March 30th. Once the seal on his lid was broken, the spaghetti sauce found he could relax. The tension of being vacuum sealed. And this is a rare smiling cartoon. So most of the cartoons are frowning or they just have a dead stare. So there'll be a few occasional smiling ones. March 31st. Neither glass would admit to either sweating or leaking. All right, and April 1st. Everywhere she could feel the slow melt of ice cubes she had once loved. So, oh, and this was a painting as well. So that I did the gumball machine one. I think, I don't know, maybe we haven't seen that one yet. But this one was also, I did a huge, like an A0, so like a 4 by 3 foot panel. This was painted on. So yeah, I did large versions for the for actual physical gallery here in Japan. I did huge panel paintings of some of these cartoons, and this was one of them that I did. So the gumball machine and this champagne bucket were made into big acrylic paintings. Yeah, they exist somewhere in Japan. They're still hanging on someone's walls. All right. Yeah, 2003. Okay, so we'll stop here on April 1st and pick it up next week. So we got through all of March. yeah, so you can see the style of the humor was pretty much the same, and a lot more because I made so many more cartoons, a lot more hit and miss jokes because I would write them like 10 or 12 at a time. So a lot of the sometimes it just wasn't, it didn't quite work, but there was always another one. Just wait until tomorrow. So yeah, that is the old archive. Yeah, so we still have, still have 16 years of cartoons to get through. K5, I don't think we're ever gonna finish this. If we just do a month at a time, but it eventually goes to twice a week, so we'll get through them faster. Just the early ones were daily. All right. So now we got to write some new ones. Yeah, so you can see the line's thicker. There's a lot more variation in the line width and everything because I'm not drawing with marker, and the tablet is pressure sensitive. So it's yeah, the look is a little different. If I would have drawn, maybe if I would have always done the cartoons with a brush or like a dip pen, like a quill, it would have had more of this look. And there are markers too that are more have more flexible tips, but Sharpies are, you know, cheap, and yeah, I just picked picked a style of marker. All right, so here is the point. So oh yeah. So the idea was, so the inspiration came from this delivery this delivery receipt. So I don't think that's very common, but now now the contents of what's supposed to be in the bag is on the outside. So the idea that there are still, so according I don't know, according to the receipt, or according to what he read, or what was taped. Now, according to the receipt, the bag must contain ice cubes and French fries and ice cubes. Okay, the idea was that they were missing something that must be in the bag. But yeah, I don't think that's not a very good premise, and because the stuff, you don't know what's in the cup, and the French fries could just have all been eaten. So something about their value. Maybe value is better, because that's always the terminology they use for fast food, value meals and all of that, value menus. It was difficult to see their value so openly displayed. Is there a way to make value more important? Their precious value, whatever. What? Oh, Jeremy, do you have to request membership, or does it happen automatically after 1K? Oh yeah, I have to get, yeah, I have to be notified about the partnership thing. I think my views though aren't high enough on the channel, so I think you still need like the I forget how many hours viewed, but I'll have to check. Yeah, no, but I will as soon as, since I'm over 1K. Thank you, everybody. Value. Yeah, food is a valuable gamble. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I think once the channel qualifies, then I can set up the memberships and everything. Unnerving. Oh, nice. It was unnerving. That's much better. Thank you, K5. Yes, it was unnerving to see. Yeah, their values so, and instead of openly, so something more So unnerving to see their values so blatantly, brashly. What's a here's a thesaurus. Yeah. Let's synonyms. Brazenly. Brazenly is good. Yeah, maybe brazenly. Brazenly displayed. Not with an X. It was unnerving to see their value so brazenly displayed. That's hard to say. I guess it's going to be hard to read too. It was unnerving to see their value so brazenly displayed. Yeah, unnerving is great, K5. Yeah, so the total of everything in the bag and what it was worth is right there on the outside. Nice. Oh yeah, I think I can. Unknown girl. Let me check the back end of YouTube. So if I do, so for 1 year, where's the analytics here? Wow, 1042. Thank you guys so much. That's huge. Yeah, hours watched. Okay, so if I change this to 1 day or 1 year, so I've got 7,000. No, that's no hours. I've got almost 1,993 hours of watch time for the past year, and so what's the new requirement? The requirements are 1,000 subscribers and 4,000. Oh my god. I'm going to have to stream more often, I think. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I've got about 1,000 watch hours and I need 4,000 in a year. Holy mackerel. Yeah. So I guess I should stream an extra day more. No, in 1 year. In 1 year, I need 4,000 hours of viewing time. Ouch. So that's a lot. But these streams are pretty long, though. You know, the streams are, between 2 to 4 hours. So shouldn't be impossible. Yeah, I think you're right, K5. Yeah, I do like an additional, like a weekend stream, or any time that I've got drawing that I have to do, I should just do it on stream. It would make sense to take advantage of that. Yeah, I think that works. So brazenly displayed. Brazen's a good, a funny word for a receipt. A brazen receipt. All right, and oh, nice, Mags. Thanks. Yeah, weekly. So right now it's just Monday nights on North American time. So between 2 to 4 hours on Monday nights, Tuesday afternoon from me. But I should pick another day as well. Yeah, I've got to. Yeah, if I want to do that, yeah, I definitely have to stream more than once a week to get the partnership. Yeah, thanks so much for busting over that 1,000 subscribers. That was great. Yeah, that was more than 50 subs. Thank you so much. So I apologize if you subscribed and I didn't get a notification. I apologize for not thanking you specifically. But yeah, Streamlabs didn't catch everybody. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mags. I appreciate it. Ah, that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah, I should. And that's the problem too, I think, is because it's all live content, it doesn't get recommended. I don't think I don't upload anything to this channel. It's all live streams. So if I made videos and uploaded them, I think there'd be a better chance of getting recommended and getting more watch time. Okay, so a hot sauce in coffee joke. So the idea was going to be, yeah, breakfast being a spicy coffee, or maybe just a coffee break. Does it have to be breakfast? So the joke is not Irish coffee, not Mexican coffee, but some kind of something else in coffee. Oh, spice things up. Oh, Matt, there we go. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. Yes. So yeah, this I'll probably put a breakfast, maybe a breakfast reference in. The last thing, or the yeah, this is the last thing. No. That's wrong. Um, this is not what he meant by spicing. I don't want to write it like that. I don't think spice things up, I think, is the best. Things up, or maybe just breakfast was rarely a good time to. Breakfast was rarely a good time to spice things up. Or coffee break? No, I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, any other. Oh, Matt. Yeah. See you Wednesday. Take it easy. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Matt. I appreciate it. And thanks for that line. Spice things up is perfect for this cartoon. Nice. Oh, almost 4 a.m. Yeah, Ziggy, take care. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the subs and attention and everything. I appreciate the raid. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's getting getting late in North America. All right. Nice. Good night, Matt. Talk to you soon. Yeah, Matt and I are gonna try some more online gaming this week. It was supposed to be on Friday, but my it was supposed to be on his Friday, but my Saturday morning got super busy, so we're gonna try it Thursday morning. My time. All right, breakfast is really a good time. But yeah, I think that's it. Spicing things up for breakfast, and then people can argue about huevos rancheros in the comments. Okay, it was rarely a good time to spice things up, and it was unnerving to see their value so brazenly displayed. All right, I think we did it. Nice. Okay. So I just have a little action that makes them into little web comics. And so the funny thing is the size that I display these is very small. The actual comics are only 600 by 480 on the website itself. So a lot of the detail that I'm now putting into the digital version is actually lost. But I draw these at very high, so you can see how far I can zoom in. So these are actually drawn at 600 dpi, so they're very high resolution. So I can scale these graphics up to, because I didn't want to do them in vector because I wanted them to be very hand drawn. So when I first started scanning the marker drawings, I scanned them at 600 dpi, which is it's probably 4 times higher than I needed it to be. Oh, Ziggy, good night. See you next time. I scan them very high resolution so that I'm never stuck not being able to print them for any sort of application. So I can do them as posters. I can do them any resolution in a book. And that's the danger of working digitally, is sometimes you'll screw yourself if you're making web art, which is basically web cartoons. If I'm only making them for the internet, then they won't look good anywhere else. So I wanted to make sure that even though they were being drawn for primarily for the web, that they had the files themselves were usable in other situations. Because you see a lot of times, especially when you see like pre-production art for video games or movies and things, people just draw them screen resolution, like 72 or maybe 150 DPI, and then we want to print it in a book, a nice high resolution like coffee table book or portfolio that's very pixely and jagged, because to get the physical size, there's just not enough data there. So even though these are very simple drawings, they're very high resolution, so I can do lots of stuff with them. So breakfast was really a good time to spice things up. And yeah, so then I just make little tiny JPEGs of these and then just upload them. Where was revert? There it is. Nice. Yeah, because I was afraid to make the switch or make these get too caught up in like a very simple process to make them as web cartoons, and then realize they could only ever be web cartoons, and I wanted to be able to print them. So yeah, I did a crazy high resolution version just to make sure that I didn't ever screw myself in the future. Yeah, so future proofing, that's an important, I think, doing any sort of artwork that you want to have it be around. Figuring out how to future proof it is pretty important, because you never know how technologies are going to change. Because at the time I was making these, I thought, I can just back these up to CDRs or DVDRs forever. But the optical, the way that you burn those discs optically, they can become unreadable. So if they're exposure to light or heat or just over time, that optical ink can become unreadable. So you can just lose all of your backups, thinking that you've got some sort of secure media. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's really hard. Oh, good night, Doge gang. Meg said, I tried making manga once, so cut so much paper, had drawn so much. Oh, yeah. Then spilled a drop of coffee on the fan, liquid forever. Yeah, that's really tough to have to do kind of repairs to panels. Yeah, I have friends that did a lot of comic book work, and yeah, it's heartbreaking when something like that happens, or spilling ink or dripping ink. Yeah, it's just like you have to then redraw little sections and basically paste little repaired pieces over the top of your work. It can be really really brutal, and very easy to damage your originals too. Nice. Hey Joe, how's it going? Good to see you. You missed Japanese McDonald's, Joe. See Japanese McDonald's. Yeah, I don't think, unless you looked really closely, you probably wouldn't have been able to even guess where I am, like geographically where I am, just from the McDonald's. It's all the same stuff. Yeah, I have a friend that works for the shipping company that manages like the big cargo ships internationally, and she said that she knows that the French fries you eat, it may be outside of America, in other countries, the French fries from McDonald's are at least 30 days old, because most of them sit in a freezer and like a freezer container on a ship that travels for a month across the Pacific Ocean. So your French fries are 30 days plus, however long it took, for them to eventually fry them. So that's not good. Yeah, so frying, I guess, they figured out how frying makes them taste more fresh and not horribly frozen for a long time. But that's crazy. Nice. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, yeah. A wonderful raid tonight. So we got we broke we broke in. So yeah, now we got to get our I got to figure out how to get my hours up, and then we'll be partners with a horrible company and a Google AdSense account. Nice. Yeah, I was sitting at like 500 subs for a long time, and then got up into the 900s, and now we're over 1,000. Very cool. Uh, nice. Yeah, yeah. I do have to figure out some other content for the channel. I think that's probably the biggest obstacle. Yeah, because it looks like it's mostly single digit hours. Oh yeah, you can, and that's funny. You can see throughout the month, like obviously the times that I'm streaming, because there's not a lot of. I think if people watch stuff on the like kind of VOD, watching the streams, the archives of the streams, they don't stick around for very long. I think because you can't interact with things. Yeah, I'll get it figured out. Oh, 10:42. That's great. Wow. Yeah, they would if I got a million, they would. Uh, yeah, I wonder if it's in Japanese. I wonder if they like make sure that it's in the native language. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say you have to request. You have to request that. So so many people on their channel they have it in their on the wall in their background, but if you don't request it from them, then they don't send it. So they probably try to save money shipping out plaques. Uh, nice. Well, what else? So yeah, the convenience store was McDonald's. So sorry, I just had to do that when it came, and that was like in the first 30 minutes of the stream. The uh, the doorbell rang. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, McDonald's in the U.S. is from the 50s, right? So it's actually not that much older. Um, the oldest McDonald's is it's not in Downey, California, but 53. Yeah, so it's only 20 years older in America. Yeah, that's a lie. Um, or was it California? I thought it was the Midwest, and then Ray Kroc. Yeah, they opened the original restaurant in 1940 in San Bernardino, and then Ray Kroc, got involved in the company. He took the name away from them. Yeah, we were talking about that before the Michael Keaton movie, um, where he plays Ray Kroc, and they tell the story of how the McDonald's brothers lost their lost their name, basically their name, to Ray Kroc. And what they call the original McDonald's is actually not the very first McDonald's. Yeah, it's funny. Wow, their first restaurant was next to the airport in 1937 and then 1940. Yeah, that's crazy. But they innovated so much, like the idea of like putting things in paper bags and stuff, because at that time people were eating hamburgers on plates, with knives and forks, and there were dishes that had to be washed, after you had a hamburger and French fries. That's how formal things still were. Yeah, yeah, that story is brutal. Yeah, McDonald's is terrible because they have they run those ads at like 1 a.m. or whatever, and you instantly want to eat McDonald's just from those stupid commercials, and it's there. It's not like you forget that there's a McDonald's restaurant, but if they hit you at just the right time, yeah, it's really brutal, and they know it. The advertising knows it too, because they'll play stuff in the middle of the night, and you're instantly like, oh, that would be good. uh, yeah, that's the thing that's funny, and it's weird that they figured out that the food doesn't have to be good; it just has to be the same. Like it has to be predictable. It has to be okay and very predictable, so that when you eat it, no matter where you are in the world or where you are in the country, it's going to be that very not surprising or strange or, oh, it was really bad this time. It just has to be this same mediocre experience every single time. Oh, nice. Really? Yeah, maybe because I think if the government was paying attention, they wouldn't let people run ads like that, um, where they were just encouraging people to eat late at night because it's like crazy unhealthy. So maybe like in countries that aren't America, they don't want people to eat at 2 in the morning, eat fast food 2 in the morning. Uh, yeah, yeah, Joe, I got rated just a little bit ago, and that's how we broke 1,000. Uh, yeah, yeah, it's really funny. Yeah, but McDonald's is such a strange, so strange how strong that brand is, and it's not. You wouldn't think it would be a very strong brand. There was a line in the movie too. What was that? What was that movie called? The something, the something. Um, there was a line in that movie though that he just wanted the name. Like it doesn't it because it's called McDonald's. Like that's the thing that's so powerful about the brand. So he had to have their name, the brother's name on the shop, and so that's what he fought them for, because that was the thing that made it so strong. And it's funny because it doesn't work like in non-English speaking countries. It's a very difficult word to say, but still they keep the name, like no matter what language it's in or whatever. Yeah, it's very funny. Hmm. Oh, nice. Hey, dude. Everyone's craving McDonald's now. The founder. Thank you, unknown girl. That's right. Yeah, that's a such a sad title too, because Ray Kroc is considered the founder of McDonald's. His like face is, his photo or his like likeness is associated, but he didn't have anything to do with the beginning of the restaurant. He had just had the beginning of the franchising. That was the only thing he was involved with. Yeah, the founder. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Michael Keaton is a really likable actor, and so even when he plays not a good guy, you're still very sympathetic. Yeah. Wow. Well, I think we're gonna call it here because I don't have any convenience store. I just ate the McDonald's. Oh yeah, wait. Anybody that missed it here, we'll jump back real quick. So here's 80s Japanese McDonald's, in case you were wondering. So this is just all katakana for McDonald hamburger. Hamburger. Um, yeah, but we're trying to figure out, just looking at people's hairstyles and uniforms. It looks like the 80s. And it's funny though, because the prices that you can see, it looks like it's about the it's been about the same price for like 30 years, which is amazing. There isn't yeah, there just it hasn't been much change, and that also means there hasn't been much change in salaries or anything in Japan. So the price of everything has stayed the same, and that was probably felt much more expensive at the time. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny, but yeah, they already had the milkshakes, and the soft serve was already there. Yeah. And that's why Japanese people are getting fatter because they've had 50 years of McDonald's. Uh, yeah, yeah. It's really. Is there anything I'm blocking? Whoa. Yeah. It's all the same sort of stuff. The apple pies and everything. That's funny. Yeah, but if you ever get a chance to go to McDonald's in Japan, you should look at how they manage stuff, like how they organize stuff. It's a little bit different. Like they always have a little. They always want to improve on a system, so the way that they manage the orders and everything is a little bit different from the U.S. So it's funny the weird efficiency they want to build into everything. Wow, that guy is really tiny. That's probably the manager, like the guy. Let me get the mic out of the way. Th- this guy, this guy. Wait. This guy, yeah, this guy right here. Look how tiny he is. But he's got a hat on, so I bet. Well, the guy with the tie is probably the manager, but he's really short. Sorry, I don't know why that's so funny. I just noticed. I thought it was a kid or like a just a little customer. Sorry, my mic is just drifting. But yeah, sorry, it's not necessarily that funny. But and I guess the behind the counter, is that above? Is it there's some elevation? The manager's very tall. Uh, Too funny. Yeah, but the shops themselves look very similar, and very few of them have like where you order. There's also dining space where you order. Most of it's just a counter where you order and take away, or you just go up some stairs, and the dining room is above. And if it's a big one, then there's like 2 floors of dining. But yeah, and it was the American restaurants like Starbucks and McDonald's that first did no smoking in Japan. Otherwise, there was smoking in every restaurant, every coffee shop. There was always smoking, or at least a smoking section. But yeah, I think they started the big no smoking trend. Uh, oh yeah, Joe. Oh yeah. No, I don't have anything set up to. I think I just have the link, the Streamlabs link in the description below the video. I believe so. Yeah, but I should have a button, shouldn't I? Yeah. McDonald's doesn't have that yet, but Burger King did. Yeah, Burger King has a big, like, giant ATM kind of thing. The drive-through though, for McDonald's has these amazing digital screens now. These big LED screens for orders and stuff. And even behind. So instead of the like paper or mylar signs that they put the light behind on the above with where the menu is, now they have big LED screens, and so they have all this animation. So they're basically like constantly playing commercials, and then it switches to the menu, and then they play a commercial, and it's animated, and then it switches back to the menu. So there's a lot of visual. There's a lot more going on in McDonald's now. It's very crazy. And so the only fixed menu they have, like a little like a paper mat kind of menu by each cash register, so you don't look over their heads to order. You look down at the counter. So that's why they probably do the animation and stuff, is because there's they don't want people to focus, to just stare over the cashiers. Oh no, somebody ate Max's burrito. Oh no. Yeah, they're I think they really do want to modernize some of that stuff, but I think that's a big difference though, is I think a lot of people don't want to work fast food. The job itself is too low pay and too high stress. for Americans, but in Japan it works out okay because people that still want to kind of be stimulated, like retirees or housewives that have been home raising kids, people that want a little more stimulation, I think McDonald's works well as a part-time job because it's not abusive, and uh, so they need to keep cashiers. Like if they automated it completely and reduced the number of staff, then there'd be fewer people that would be able to have it as a part-time job. And I think it has kind of an important role socially in Japan, which is weird. Yeah, it's a little bit different than the US. It's not like your first job while you're in high school, or it's not something you do out of desperation. Like one of the 5 jobs you have is a shift at McDonald's. It's more of a part-time, like a little bit of extra money kind of thing. So it's very different. It functions very differently than in the US. So people aren't miserable. I mean, that's the thing that's so sad. A lot of the times when you go into fast food places in the US, like the employees are so miserable, and they hate you, and they hate their job, and they hate their boss. And that's the big difference. The big feeling is, people don't mind, don't mind doing that job. That's very funny. Very different. All right. Well, I think we did it here, but thank you so much. Hyphonics, John, thank you for doing for the raid. That's great. Or over 1,000. Really appreciate it. And please feel free to use any of that artwork that I did for you in whatever way you want. I think it'd make a pretty cool t-shirt. But so we'll call it for tonight. So abusecartoons.com is the website if this is the first time you've seen it, and gocomics.com/domestic abuse is where the archive of all the cartoons is, if you want to read some more of those. And all these links are in the description below. I also do a tabletop channel on YouTube called Upturned Table. And so it's a gaming podcast, and then we do a lot of other types of videos. I wrote some stories that there are audio versions of on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff, and I think you can still get my book from Lulu, and I'm not sure about the Amazon link. Let me double check if it's still. Yeah, it's still available on Amazon. But I had some. I got to reformat it. So I'll do a second edition of that as well. But nice. All right. Yeah. Thanks so much. K5. Thank you. And good to see you, Joe, and Unknown Girl, and everyone that subbed and visited. I appreciate it very much. That's great to be so far over 1,000. It seemed like it took forever, but thank you guys so much. And I'll figure out a way to get some more hours in on this channel. Yeah, True Help TV. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, and come by anytime. It's just a weekly hang that we just draw some cartoons and talk about some Japanese snacks and culture differences too. I think that's the fun thing, is the weird differences between cultures, because Japan has so much American culture, American businesses and things here, but they do it differently. So it's fun. It's fun to talk about the differences. And some empty friend. Hey, how's it going? Nice. Very good. So, I'll be back again next week. And live from Japanese McDonald's. That's funny. Yeah, it's the longest and oldest lived fast food, foreign fast food in Japan. That's funny. All right, so I'll see you again next week. And Abuse Cartoons on all social media. Oh, and patreon.com/abusecartoons if you want to support what's going on and get some signed books and stuff. There's stuff in the Patreon for actual physical goods. So take care, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.